Good morning, everybody. This is OG. I'm up here, just got unloaded. Anyways, getting ready to start my day, um, and had some stuff on my mind. I posted a video, the one before this, or pictures of me and La Linda before this video, and it was called Disturbed. And the reason why I posted that video was because I was feeling disturbed. Um, the other day I was walking. I had to go take care of some business in town, and I figured, I'm gonna go for a walk. It's a nice walk, and I just love doing that, right? Anyhow, so as I was walking back, in the little area where I'm at, there's a lot of homeless people that camp out there. So as I was walking back, one was kind of walking behind me, so I was kind of keeping an eye on him, and I slowed down and let him pass me. When we got to the stop sign, he was off to the right, but then another homeless guy came to the left. So I was kind of keeping an eye on both of them, just in case. You never know, right? So when I was looking at the guy on the right, ironically, the guy on the left blew out cigarette smoke, and it went right towards my face. And I have issues with people smoking and, blowing smoke in the direction of people. Ironically, it's like you walk into a store and people are smoking outside the store right at the door, and either the smoke blows back in or they're upwind and not downwind away from people. And I remember when my girls were little, I would always watch that. And if there's at the left side of the door and they're smoking and it's blowing to the right, well, then that doesn't do no good. You have to go downwind and let that smoke, go the opposite direction of people. Anyhow, that's always bothered me. I'm not really into shaking hands. I'm not really into, talking close. Even before all this stuff in 19 that happened, I've always been that way. So it's just me. I really don't like to touch pets. I just don't. I mean, I have hand sanitizer here in my truck. It's just me. Things that, bother me. Anyhow, so when the guy blew the smoke out, I stopped in his face in a second, and I looked at him. And you talk about being disturbed. You talk about being enraged. You talk about I just wanted to beat that dude. I stopped for a second, two, maybe even three, right in front of him. And I looked him right in the eye. And for those few seconds, my mind was telling me, do I just break his jaw? Do I break his face? Do I break his bones? For those few seconds, I'm not going to lie, those were my thoughts, because I felt very disrespected. I felt very disrespected. Did you do that accidentally? Did you do that on purpose? Are you trying to disrespect me? And I try not to live that, the mentality of still being in lockup. But it's just who I am, I take respect and disrespect very highly. So I didn't know how to take that. If it was an accident, I should have told him, hey, was that an accident you just did by blowing that smoke in my face? Because I'm about to break your face. I'm about to get violent. I'm about to get disturbed. I'm about to beat you up. I'm about to just really hurt you. But then it comes down to where, are you really upset over the smoke? Or are you just disturbed? Are you just naturally disturbed and bothered that you're willing to break this guy's face because he blew smoke in it? Whether he did it accidentally or intentionally, I don't know. So then the other thought came to mind was, are you really going to strike out over this guy blowing smoke in your face intentionally or not? I don't know the other word for opposite of intentionally. But anyways, so I had to tell myself, are you really going to get locked up right here in this street corner. I'm sure there's cameras everywhere, which I'm not sweating the cameras because I'm not trying to just hurt nobody. But are you really going to break this guy's face because he blew smoke in yours? And instantly, it's like my life flashed before my eyes. You know, I thought about my life, my happiness, my sobriety. You know, I've been out of lockup since '88. You know, I already did prison term for being violent. And it's been 30 plus years that I've been out of the joint for being violent. And I'm 56 years old. How do you go back to the joint for being violent after all these years? And it got me thinking, you know, we are who we are. You don't try to be a tough guy. You don't try to be violent. You don't try to be a badass. You are who you are, naturally. And yeah, it disturbs me that I got bothered by this guy who blew smoke in my face, and he didn't even have an idea that I was about to break his face. I was very seriously, I was bothered by that. I had to tell myself, don't be so disturbed. Don't be so bothered that you're going to lose your life. This guy could possibly lose his life, but you're going to lose yours too. Because you're going to get striked out and you're going to go back to the joint for life. So today, you know, it made me think about it. Like, I had my car. I could have drove to go do the business that I had to do in town. But I thought I'd take a nice walk. And that walk was a test. It was a test. I was like, all right, this happened. Don't know why or what reasons, but it happened, right? And it was a test, no doubt, because I had to make a choice. And that's what it comes down to, gente. It's a choice. People say, oh, well, this fool disrespected me and I beat him up and I'm doing life. I had to make a choice. Do I walk away? Do I say something? And even if I tell him, hey, man, did you intentionally blow that smoke in my face? And if he says, yeah, well, now I still got to deal with it. If he says, yeah, I did blow smoke in your face, what are you going to do about it? Now I got to deal with it. So I decided to walk away. I didn't walk away as a punk. That's what everybody thinks nowadays. Oh, he's a punk. No, I'm not. But I'm violent. I'm very violent. All my record of all my past is violence. I used to love to fight in a heartbeat. De volada, in a second. I'll get them up in a heartbeat. But it's cost me too much. And it's not worth it. And there's no return in that life. You invest into something negative, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get negative. There is no return in that life. So if I would have broke this guy's mug, and for a few seconds I got my rage and my disturbance out of my system because I felt he disrespected me, for those few moments, I'm going to pay it for the rest of my life. Not worth it. So I told myself, yeah, you went to enjoy the walk. I told myself I should have got in my car and just drove over there and handled that business and drove back. I would have never been involved with none of them. It's very unfortunate, you know. It's like I said, it's a little homeless area there, and they're everywhere, man. And I don't knock them. You know, they do what they got to do. But don't disturb me. I feel like my throat's been sore ever since. You live your life. I'll live mine. But don't disturb me because I'm very, very disturbed. I try to stay calm. I try to stay cool. You know. But I'm quick to react to violence. I'm not trying to be a tough guy, people. Tough guys, I mean, I don't know what it gets you. It didn't get me nothing but lockup. You know, there's always another fight. You're a tough guy, there's always another fight. There's always another champ. But the way I look at it is, tough guys are the ones that think about their choices. Tough guys are the ones that think about their familias. Tough guys think about providing for their familias and protecting them. You know, why go off on a stranger that I could have easily knocked out in a heartbeat? But who am I protecting? I have my wife, I have my kids, I have my familia, and all for me to punch this dude out and break his face, and I go do life. Who am I protecting? So I have made a choice to walk away. And like I said, it disturbs me that people can be so disrespectful and not think twice about what they're doing. But little does that dude know, I almost busted him up. And I'm serious. I'm not playing. I almost hurt that dude bad. It's not what I wanted to do, but I'm glad in the end I chose to walk away. Today's Friday, the 7th of October, and I just unloaded and I'm getting back on the road. I thought I would share that. What I live. Y'all be cool and enjoy the cruise. Keep it OG.